We did receive an offer from the prosecutor this morning. I been in communication with her in the chat, and we're going to ask for more time so that I can discuss it with my client and meet with him and go through the facts of this case and see how we want to proceed, Judge.
All right. We're gonna do one more adjournment on this one, okay?
Okay.
And after that, we got to make a decision.
Okay.
Retrial adjourned to September. Miss Willenbring, are you okay with an adjournment on this?
Yes, Your Honor. For the record, I did offer in operating while visibly impaired in exchange would dismiss count 1, which is operating while intoxicated, and no objection to an adjournment to discuss that.
Thank you. Adjourned to September the 2nd, 2021 at 9 a.m. Bond is continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
State of Michigan versus Eric Samuel, case number 18S00087, as well as 19-00087. Unbelievable, Mr. Samuel. You have the same case number in 2018 and 19, 1 year apart.
Yes, ma'am. I recall.
Sure you can't forget. All right.
Laura Willenbring on behalf of the people.
Andrew Vanis with on behalf of Mr. Samuel.
Eric Samuel.
All right.
Your Honor, I see that Mr. Samuel paid $50 in each case, either yesterday or today. I just saw that in JIS this morning.
Paid it today.
And it looks like he made similar payments about three or 4 weeks ago in mid-July. So it appears to me from that, although I'd like to ask him also, that $100 a month, in other words, $50 in each case payment plan is working for him at the moment. I'm not sure if that's sufficient for the court, but is that true, Mr. Samuel?
Yes, it is, sir.
All right. I can set up $100 per month in the payment plan, 50 on each case.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll bring you back here in December to see if you've been making your payments, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
December 2nd, 2021 at 10 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great one.
You too. State of Michigan versus Maurice Turner, case number 19S00088, as well as 21S00219.
Laura Willenbring on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Judge Washington. Raymond Burkett on behalf of Mr. Turner.
Good morning. How are you, Mr. Burkett?
I'm fine, Your Honor. What about yourself?
I am well.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm not, our office, at least at one point, was appointed on the DWLS case. I'm not sure if Mr. Burkett is representing him on that. That case was really just sort of tagging along the other case. So if I need to, I'm appearing on Mr. Turner's behalf on the DWLS case. Thank you.
That is the 21S00219. Mr. Burkett, are you still only retained on the 19S00088, which is the more serious case, which has a recommendation for jail today?
Okay, Your Honor, let me kind of bring you up to date on what's going on. This is kind of taking me by a little bit of surprise. I represented Mr. Turner in another case, and he appeared before you last week. I guess his retained attorney didn't show up, and he told you that he would ask for me to step in. I've called his retained attorney, who's Mr. Goldstein, because I don't have a clue on what's going on. I tried to file a substitution of attorney, but I couldn't get a hold of him to do any of these things. Mr. Turner told me that the case had been resolved and that they had reached a deal on the case. But now I'm stuck. I don't know what's going on other than that.
Well, what I will tell you is going on is Mr. Turner's before the court because he was ordered to call probation, submit proof of 12-step meetings, complete the MAD victim impact panel and drug tests. He only showed proof of the VIP certificate completion, and he only attended one meeting. He's also apparently never drugged and alcohol screened and has been charged with driving while license suspended in case number 21 as 00219, which is what the prosecutor is here. The public defender is here on. He also has a new case in Wayne County, 210306 for an assault with intent to murder. And it's been going on for 2 years and he has not made any efforts is what is being represented. And therefore the recommendation is for 365 days in the Washtenaw County Jail. Okay,
well, I represented him in the Wayne County case, the assault with intent to murder. So that case I represented him on, and it concluded last week or week before last. That case has now been dismissed, so it's no longer pending. And he has instructed me that you wanted to see what went on in that case before you proceeded with this case. I'm only going by what people are telling me. But all these other things that you're up by the 12-step probe, I was totally unaware of that. And if he wants me to represent him on that, of course I would do that. But in one real sense, it's like starting all over. And what I would be asking for is that if the prosecutor is willing to allow him to attend all those things, the only way I would represent him would be that he followed those instructions.
May I speak, Your Honor? If Mr. Heaton is in the Zoom, I done been doing my 12 steps. I sent emails over. I done did like 13, 14 classes. And I also have a new job opportunity. I did drug testing with Concentra, and I reached out to On-Site and did a drug sample with them. I had a referral with them. So just waiting on via email to send that to Mr. Heaton. And I'm continuing doing my in the room classes and everything. I did my victim right panel, just trying to get everything back on track and get back to my payments and get everything resolved.
Mr. Heaton, have you received any documentation from Mr. Turner regarding his 12-step meetings and or his drug tests that he is indicating he took at community corrections?
Not community corrections.
You said
I've received a couple of.
I'm sorry.
Right.
You said you took a test at Concentra and you said one at community corrections.
No, not community corrections. That's too far. You know, I have no driver's license. I did it on site that I did research on that had some of your referral.
Oh, you did on site? On
site, and yeah, in Lincoln Park, that's closer to my home because it's too far for me. So if you give me opportunity, I can do it on site.
So are you saying you did it on site or you didn't yet, sir?
No, I did on site. I'm waiting for the email to come through because I went to court last week with you. So I'm just trying to get everything back on track. And my son, Mr. Heaton, like 12, 14 inner rooms. And I did some more this week also while we was waiting for this date to come. So I've been doing everything you asked. I'm just trying to get everything back on track. Got a new job opportunity.
Sir, we've been doing this since beginning of June. So, Mr. Heaton.
So I did get a couple of 12-step meetings. I think it's up to 8 now so far. And then I did get the MAD victim impact panel, but there's no indication that any drug or alcohol screen has been done in the ever in this case in the almost 2 years since it was originally ordered.
And I misspoke in saying that we've been doing this in June. Actually, I saw you first time was in February 23rd, sir. And I ordered you to complete at that time. You appeared for a VOP. I ordered you to complete this in the next 2 weeks. The victim impact panel proof of the 12-step meetings and the call probation. It's my understanding you haven't called probation ever to date.
No, I've been communicating through via email because it'd be hard to communicate when I call. So I just do via email.
So couple of things procedurally. Mr. Burkett, it does not appear that you're the attorney of record yet, so I think you need to work out that piece to come into the case. And then how long do you need to do that? Because I do plan to address the sentencing with your potential client.
Okay, it's my thing that Mr. Goldstein is the attorney of record.
I
I
understand.
did, oh, okay. I did try to reach him yesterday, but yeah, okay. But that wasn't what you were asking me.
Well, I
Yeah,
want to know how long will it take you to reach him and get into the case so you can represent Mr. Turner. You're not substituting for him yet because you haven't filed a substitution. You're appearing here, so I could see that as an appearance, but you
Yeah.
need to actually reach out to his current attorney and make that happen.
that's very true. Your Honor, I was gonna ask you for September the 9th because I know you've been giving out September the 2nd, but I am jammed on that day.
And
And I
I'm
was-
not present on the 9th.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
The 16th.
The 16th, are you doing them in the afternoon or
They're always in the morning, sir,
could I do one early in the morning?
at 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. September 16th, 2021 at 9 a.m. Try to be here first thing in the morning. Be one of the first on the docket so that you can get called as quickly as possible.
Okay. Now you can forget the trying. I will be there at 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna continue your bond until then.
Your Honor, the only thing that will hold me up is that I can't reach his attorney. If his attorney will agree to a stipulation.
His attorney was on the call this morning on 3 other cases. He is around, so I know he's
Oh.
still here and working.
Okay, that's fine. Your Honor, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. I'll see you on September the 16th at 9 a.m. And once you've gotten your appearance in, reach out to Mr. Heaton so you can get a copy of the report.
Yeah, Mr. Heaton, can you give me your phone number so I can at least reach you?
734-483-7336.
483-7336. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day, Your Honor.
Thank you. You too. State of Michigan versus Paris King, 19S00787.
Barbara Lindbergh on behalf of the people.
Andrew
Morning.
Bannis. Go ahead, Mr. King.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Andrew Bannis on behalf of Paris King. Your Honor, I believe we're here.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I believe we're here for a show cause hearing. I have not spoken with my client about a payment plan, but my notes show that there is $1,245 owed on one count, and then it looks like 45 times 2, which might be clearance fees. So I'm wondering if you would accept some sort of payment plan if he can offer one today.
Yes.
So, Mr. King, and it's not your fault. I did not speak with you about this today, prior to today, but the judge is going to want to hear some sort of reasonable payment plan. And then, of course, I don't know what your income is, but is there some amount you could pay every month regularly?
Yeah, I could pay a base pay of $100 a month. I can also pay more monthly too as well. But I do want to agree with the $100 payment though, for sure.
I'll accept that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
$100 per month. Review December 2nd at 9 a.m.
Okay. Can you tell me that amount again, please?
The total amount is $1,335, sir.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Mhm. What we'll call the case of the state of Michigan versus Rochelle Brown, case number 12-000-542.
Barbara Lindbergh on behalf of the people.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I can't hear you, Mr. Wines.
Here, let me pick up. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I represent Rochelle Brown. I faxed over to the court 2 letters. One dated February 3rd of 2021, which said she owed a balance of $1445.05 to the state of Michigan, and that was on state letterhead. And the second letter is from that she made payment by EFT, meaning they took her taxes in the amount of $1387.04, and that was on 4/28/21, which left a balance due of $58.01. I don't have proof of that being paid. However, I've been informed that it was paid by the state taking probably her state income tax refund. And so therefore, the matter is cleared.
Mr. Wines, I'm in receipt of letters that you're saying came from a different agency, which is the Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity, which is the unemployment
Right.
agency. I'm still speaking, as well as from the Department of Treasury, showing that there was some type of peers, that what they did was take her taxes. That's
Correct.
not what that was applied to. So, and I also heard that you called here indicating that our records are atrocious, especially since Judge Pope left. Is that correct, sir?
I did mention that because what I didn't understand is why when I called yesterday, they said it was $9,000. And I couldn't figure that out, the probation department.
Who did you speak with in the probation department, Mr. Wines?
Yesterday.
I said who?
Oh, a young lady. I don't remember. I don't know her name.
Well,
But
our
she
records,
said,
our records do not indicate that $9,000. Let's see, it says that initially there was fines and costs and late fees and restitution in the amount of $8,100 and
yeah, that would be correct. the initial amount. But she was saying she still owed that amount. What she said to me was, well, you have to come over here. And I said, I don't understand why, because the I have letters that show that these amounts were paid, with the exception of $58 and
Well, the letters
1
show
cent.
that some money was taken. It does not show where the money went to, sir.
Well, it shows right here, according to the 1387, type of debt, unemployment, insurance, comp debt. That would be right in the middle of the letter. Who do I owe? And that's who she owed. Do you
Ms.
see that
Johnson,
there?
I do see that. Ms. Johnson,
Yes, ma'am.
what is the total amount that is still outstanding with Ms. Brown?
So the balance that shows is $9,385.
There's that number I was given.
So the restitution amount of $8,136, which was what was originally owed, where does it show that she's paid that $8,136, Mr. Wines?
That was shown before. I don't know if I still got my file. For example, there's a letter from the Department of Talent Economic Development dated April 30th, 2019, that says that she owed at that time $2,027.
You're referring to documents that have never been provided to this court. I'm looking at the court file. The last payment that we show here is has a receipt that is dated from August the 17th of 2017, which showed $8,186 owed.
Right. Then the way I was looking at it was that since we hadn't heard anything, and she had paid all the amounts, that the department was satisfied and that ended the situation. Now, if I'm incorrect in that, but that $9,000 figure certainly is not. I mean, that was correct initially. I shouldn't say it was not. It was, but since then she's paid down on it.
We don't have any records to show that she's paid down on it. That is her responsibility to provide that to the probation department.
Well, again, I sent them over the last two letters today via fax to your court.
We have letters,
And
sir. And I just went over those two letters with you, but
right.
it just shows what's applied to the debt.
Correct. I agree. And if
So,
it's applied to the debt, it should lessen the debt, I would think.
assuming that it is this debt, that's correct, but it still doesn't take it down from the $8,186 to zero.
Well, again, that one you're looking at is from, as you just said, 2000. What year again? 17.
2017, correct. We don't have anything in between that time and now, other than what you just provided us.
Okay. Well, she was working. Well,
I heard
give
what
us
you said. We don't have any documentation of that.
all right. Give us an adjourned date, and I'll have her get the rest of the documentation because the department has said she's clear.
Do you have a letter from the department, the actual department, the unemployment compensation? Do you have that, a letter saying that she's clear?
The only thing it talks about is the Here we go. We applied your payment. This is on the letter of 428. We applied your payment to the debt that you owe the following agency: Michigan Department of Labor, which would be and then the type of debt: unemployment, insurance, comp debt. That's again a little bit.
Are you talking about
lower.
are you talking about the IRS letter, sir?
I'm talking about the United States Department of Treasury letter, yes. Because the reason it talks about that is that they took her federal tax return.
And again,
And then,
my statement still remains the same, sir, which is, even if we accept that, which we just got yesterday or today, depending on how you look at it,
today you got it.
it doesn't show that she has a zero balance.
No, it does not, because if you have to go back to the other letter, and she owes $58.01. And that letter is that one from February 3rd from the state of Michigan. And then she didn't receive a letter from them for the 5801, but they took that from her state tax refund.
And my question once again is, do you have anything from the Unemployment Insurance Compensation Office showing that the debt is paid?
The only thing I show is what the IRS did with the tax return, which was paid to the Department of Labor, and the fact that they showed that she owed $1445.05 on February 3rd, 2021, according to the Michigan Department of Labor letter, which was prior to, obviously, the 428 letter from the IRS showing that they gave their money they took over to the state.
What are you going to present to this court to show the debt is paid in full, sir?
Well, what I'm going to have to do is contact the Michigan Department of Labor and tell them that we need an update on whatever is claimed to be owed on her account.
And how long do you need to do that?
Well, I hope not long, but I know when she was trying to get the information before, it was taking forever. But what's a reasonable time for you?
I can give you however much time you need. When you say it was taking forever, I don't know what to give in terms of.
Well, I know that she was contacting the Department of Labor and contacting, and it really was a tough go for her. What is it? A court date late in first part of October.
1 second. October 14th.
That date. Okay. Yeah, that's good. What? Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. Believe it or not, I've got a trial date on the 14th of October in Oakland County Circuit.
October 2nd. 7th. October
7th.
Correct.
Thursday, that's fine. That's fine. What time?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Okay. I'll put her to work on getting that from the state. So all we need is a letter saying that nothing is owed.
That's correct. at least as far as restitution is concerned. Ms. Johnson, are there still fines and costs that are outstanding?
The only thing that's outstanding will be the probation fee and then the late fee. So those will be your discretion as to what you want to do with those.
And what's that total amount?
So the restitution is $8,136. The probation fee is $1,080. And the late fee is $169.
So it appears she still owes. $1,249. And late fees and probation fees, Mr. Warren.
Well, we would ask for some consideration there. It's been very tough for her to try and pay this off.
We'll talk about that when you get back here in October.
All right, October 7th at 10 a.m.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
State of Michigan versus Devin Collins, case number 18S00265.
Laura Willenberg on behalf of the people.
Devin Collins.
Sorry, Your Honor, Andrew Banis was on behalf of Mr. Collins.
All right. All right, we're here for a show cause for failure to pay fines and costs in this matter.
Yes, I'm right here. This is Devin Collins.
All right, we were back here on May 27th.
No, I don't. I'm just paying
Sorry,
some
what's
fees.
happening?
I'm actually at the courthouse paying some fees off for what I owe to. Oh, that's why I'm.
Okay.
I
do you
didn't know
want
my
us to
name was gonna
pass
be
this?
called. I'm
Do you want
sorry.
us to pass it while you pay on it, sir?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Do you want me to pass this case while you make your payment?
Yes, that's be perfect. I'm here at the court about to pay some money right now.
All right, I'll pass it for a moment.
Thank you.
State of Michigan versus Emily McKinney, 20S00640.
Laura Willenberg on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. McKinney. How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing good.
Good.
All right.
Mr. Gary Jones. Mr. Jones, are you present? I see your hands raised. Mr. Jones. I'm gonna pass this matter to your attorney. Comes back on, Ms. McKinney, okay?
Okay, you want me to stay? I'll stay waiting on.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
I'll stay on the Zoom call though.
Please do. All right, Mr. Banis, you need a breakout room with Mr. Carmazon?
Yes, please, Your Honor. I just want to go through the plea process with him one more time,
Right,
if I
thank
may.
you. We'll
Thank
give
you.
you that breakout room.
Thank you so much.
Hello? Hold on, Ramsey.
Fourteen B District Court is now back in session. The court will call the State of Michigan versus Emily McKinney, 20S00640.
Laura Willenberg on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Gary Jones, P number 56072, appearing on behalf of Emily McKinney, Your Honor. And I believe
Good
Ms.
morning, Your Honor.
McKinney.
She is present, Mr. Jones. I called this matter earlier and called your name on numerous occasions and you did not respond.
My apologies, Your Honor. I was logged in at 11 o'clock and I had another Zoom that I was completing, Your Honor. My apologies to the court.
All right, we're here on two matters today. One of them is to address the pretrial. The other one is for a show cause in this particular case for you, Mr. Jones.
Yes, Your Honor.
This matter scheduled for a jury selection.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that particular time, you and your client failed to appear based on information I received, which granted is hearsay. I was informed that not only did you not show, but then you asked your client to come and pick you up. And so your client was not present either.
Your Honor, if I can address the court. Actually, the court is correct. There was an issue in the state of Michigan with extreme flooding down I-94. I'm not sure if the court is familiar with that particular timing and events. But what happened was, Your Honor, the driver that I normally utilize, a tree fell on her car, that being my daughter, Your Honor. Because I don't drive, Your Honor. I have an issue with falling asleep at the wheel. And the issue was my daughter wasn't able to take me up there. I contacted Ms. McKinney. I did contact the court and called them in the morning and told them that I was having transportation issues, called them promptly. And I believe that was even before the hearing started. Ms. McKinney went out of her way to drive all the way from Ypsilanti, all the way down to Detroit. And the issue was she encountered the same problems that were depicted on television. 94 was cut off. She ended up in Harper Woods. We did actually show up at the court, albeit very late after the court had concluded its docket, but we did show up. I explained to the court officer what had happened. I did stay in constant contact with the court. We were given new dates. I showed up at Ms. McKinney's, her arraignment on her warrant. I'm just totally apologetic to the court because, Judge, I really wanted to demonstrate some of my legal savvy and expertise in front of you, having dealt with you professionally. And I was looking forward to doing this trial, Judge. The issue, though, is when we talk about things that are unforeseen and I don't want to call it an act of nature or act of God, but everything that could have went wrong that day went wrong, Judge. And I apologize to the court, the people of the city of Ypsilanti, as well as to the prosecutor. I did make every genuine effort. And there was no reason for me not to be there, Judge, because to be honest with you, that's how I make my money. I don't have a set salary working for a prosecutor's or defender's office. And so if I don't work, I don't get paid. And I wanted to be there to get, no offense to Ms. McKinney, to get that money, but also to zealously advocate on her behalf. But Ms. McKinney was literally in tears. And I've dealt with Ms. McKinney's family for years. I apologized profusely to her, told her her next hearing date, that being today, would be on me. It's just never happened. And like I said, I apologize to the court. She wants her date. It's okay, Ms. McKinney, you're gonna be okay. And so I don't know what else I can do, Judge, but I'm genuinely sorry. But man, the rain came down so hard in my place Judge, that I had flooding even in my house, and I stay in a loft. So it was.
Mr. Jones,
Yes, Your Honor.
you know, this issue was compounded by the fact that the day before that, which was it looks like the 11th, maybe, we were scheduled for a day similar to today, which is like a status conference to find out whether or not the matter was going to proceed. My understanding is the prosecutor had reached out to you on several occasions and had received minimal amount of communication about the file. So we continued on to jury selection, brought in a jury so that this would be one of the cases that could be called. And you didn't show up for that status conference, and then you didn't show up for the next jury selection. So I understand that maybe something was going on with respect to flooding, but when you have 2 days in a row, at which time you don't show up, although you've been requested to do so by the court, it appears that you have no respect for the court. So that's a part of the problem there, that there were 2 days in a row that you did not show.
Well, Judge, let me just point out, the status conference, I did check my email. That was something that was sent to me by the prosecutor's office.
And by my staff.
What I'm saying is, at the time that we set our jury selection date, we didn't get a status conference date at that particular time. Vis-a-vis email, I didn't receive anything. You don't understand what I'm saying? I wasn't even expecting this.
I understand that, but you could communicate back with the staff. You didn't even do that.
And I'm like,
you're having technical issues and you're breaking up.
After the fact, I'm not an email kind of guy, Judge. Do the status conference. I'd have been there at the status conference. And then especially if it's vis-a-vis Zoom. I mean, who misses a date like that? I mean, I didn't know. Okay. I just got a message saying Emily couldn't hear us on my chat. Something happened.
It's clear now.
Okay, but my point is, who misses a status conference when it's by Zoom?
That was my point.
That's I mean, Judge, I could have easily did that, but I didn't know anything about it.
Well, my staff sent you at least one message regarding it. My court recorder did, and I have a copy of the message.
I believe.
In addition to that, Ms. Willenbring, I believe, made contact with you on the telephone, and yet you still weren't here and you did not reach out to the court, and then you weren't present on the date of a jury selection. So having said that, sir, there's no need to go around and about this. This is your one opportunity to do that. Okay.
Okay.
Ms. Willenbring? So I guess we're at a point where we're going to have a trial in this case. Have you had any opportunity to speak to Mr. Jones regarding this since these events occurred?
I have not, Your Honor.
No.
And are we at a stage where we're actually going to reset this for another final settlement conference, Mr. Jones?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Do you have any more left in the November date? All right, final settlement conference will be November the 18th, 2021.
Hold on, let me write that down. Hold on, Judge. Hold on. Okay, you said November 18th?
Yes, November 18th, 2021 at 11 a.m. is going to be the final settlement conference. Jury selection will be December the 3rd, 2021.
December the 3rd. At both of those times are at what time, Your Honor?
11 a.m. for the November 18th, 9 a.m. for the jury selection.
9 a.m.
You should have that whole entire Friday left open because I don't know how many we're gonna have. And if we have like 5 or 6, then it could be an all-day affair. And I give you a time that we think is closest to you coming in. Ms. McKinney, are you trying to say something, ma'am?
Yes, for the fall semester, finals are usually in November, and I go on break in December, and one of my classes are in person.
Dang.
Oh, Thanksgiving, we going Thanksgiving break?
Well, no, Ms. McKinney, the 18th though is the week before Thanksgiving, I believe, and it's this that would be by Zoom for the status conference, so we could do that. So that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
It's not good. It's just a Zoom hearing, so we should be. Let's stick with these dates, okay? Because the judge is right. Even November 18th. Go look at your calendar.
I can't.
What's the question?
Is it a Friday? I don't have classes Friday.
November 18th is a Thursday. These are always on Thursdays.
And that's my in-person class. It's my biology and lab on Thursday.
What time is that? What time is it? Your biology and lab?
I don't have my school schedule, but I know that I have classes Monday through Thursday, and the fall semester starts August 30th. And
Judge, could we do this on the? Well, then, since it's just a status conference, or could we do this on? Settlement. Can we do it on the 19th?
No, we cannot.
I will email my teachers beforehand. Classes start the 30th, that we can do it.
Yes, let's just stick with what we have. These are good dates.
Okay.
So I got November 18th at 11, December 3rd at 9 a.m.
Correct. And also keep in mind that if there is any resolution to the matter, we put it on the day before the actual trial is scheduled. So that would be December the 2nd.
You want to hear that? Did you hear that, Ms. Wallenberg?
Yes.
Judge, I'm not here. You okay, that's fine. You said
December the 2nd, if there is a resolution. It's the date
December
that we have
2nd.
conferences.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. McKinney. Take care of you. Okay, bye-bye. State of Michigan versus Edwin Carmazan, case number 20S00321, as well as 20S00441.
Laura Willenberg on behalf of the people.
Andrew Vanis with it on behalf of Mr. Carmazan, who is present. Your Honor, my understanding his video is not working, but I did speak with him in the breakout room, and I can represent to you that that is my client based on his voice.
Good morning, Mr. Carmazan.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you today, sir?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
I am okay. It's been a long day. That's all I can say. All right, we're here for pleas today.
Yes, Ms. Willenbring, may I put the agreement on the record, see if you agree with it?
Yes, Mr. Rana.
Thank you. So, Your Honor, in 20S-00321, that's the DV charge, Mr. Carmazan will plead guilty as charged under 4A. Upon a successful plea to that, both counts in the other case will be dismissed. That's in the 20S-441 case. However, restitution is preserved relating to those charges. And part of the agreement, and it's a little bit unique, but part of the agreement is that restitution will be, quote unquote, as ordered by the court. And we are requesting as part of the plea, or the defense is requesting as part of the plea agreement, a restitution hearing at sentencing, if that works for everyone. However, I do not believe that's going to take more than a few minutes. I have received some documents relating to the requested amount.
All right, thank you. Ms. Willenbring, is that your understanding of the plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, I have had many conversations with Mr. Banis about this, and that is a correct statement of the offer.
All right, Mr. Karmazan, it's my understanding. And I'm gonna try to repeat this, make sure I got it right, that in case number 20S00321, which has one count of domestic violence, you would be pleading guilty as charged. And that would be under 769.4A, which is a deferred program. If you do everything you're supposed to do, then that would not be on your record. And then case number 20-00441 would be dismissed. Restitution would be made as to both cases, and restitution would be determined and ordered by this court. We'd have a restitution hearing at the time of sentencing. Is that what your understanding is, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, thank you. I'm going to go over some rights you're going to be giving up by entering into this plea today. Okay, sir?
Okay.
You have the right to have a trial by jury. And as you know, we have jury selection scheduled for tomorrow. You have the right to have the assistance of an attorney, and you have the right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial. You can get an order signed by this court to require the witnesses to come to court. You have the right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent. And if you choose to remain silent, the prosecutor cannot comment on that. You have the right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial, and to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand all those rights, sir?
I do understand.
You understand you're going to be giving up all those rights with the exception of your attorney. You'll keep your attorney through the sentencing phase.
Yes, I'm aware.
There will be no automatic right to appeal this matter. Do you understand that, sir?
I do.
In addition to that, if you're on probation or parole, this could be considered a violation of that. Do you understand that?
I do.
All right. Are there any immigration consequences that we need to be concerned about in this matter?
Not to my knowledge.
Edwin, are you a U.S. citizen?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't understand the question. Yes, no, there is no discrepancies.
All right. Thank you. Sir, has anyone promised you anything that has not been placed on this record?
No,
Anyone threaten you to get you to plead guilty?
no,
You're doing this of your own free will?
I am.
All right, thank you. Let's turn to the date of offense. On April the 27th of 2020, were you in the vicinity of 1926 Outer Lane in Ypsilanti Township, sir?
Yes,
And on that date, did you assault and batter one Tara Seward?
I assault.
Your Honor, I apologize for interrupting. Maybe if you could ask him, what did you do that makes him think he's
Okay.
guilty of
So
the
what did
domestic
you do
violence
to make,
charge?
what did you do that makes you think you're guilty, sir?
I touched her without her permission. I grabbed her arm without her permission.
You grabbed her arm?
Yes,
All right, thank you. Ms. Willenbring?
Your Honor, I also believe we need to establish the relationship between the two individuals.
All right, what is Ms. Seward's relationship to you? Were you in a dating relationship, sir?
yeah, we were seeing each other. Yes,
All right, thank you. Ms. Willenbring, do you find that there's a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, defense is satisfied. Thank you.
All right. Case number 00441, 2020 will be dismissed. Sentencing in this matter will be on September 16th, 2021. And that's going to be at 10 a.m. Mr. Karmazan, you need to make and keep an appointment with the probation department Do you have their telephone number, sir?
Yes, I do. I actually have a tether on right now.
Okay, well, that's community corrections. That's a different place.
Oh,
Do you have a pen?
yes, I have a pen.
734-483-7336.
And I need to do what? I'm sorry.
Make and keep an appointment to have a probation interview with them so that they can make a sentencing recommendation.
Understood.
All right, thank you, sir.
Your Honor, there's one other issue. I'm sorry. I knew it would come last, so I didn't mention it before.
Thank you.
Mr. Karzan has been on, I believe it's a GPS tether for approximately 8 months with no violations that I'm aware of. It is, of course, now that he has, now that we've resolved these cases pending sentencing, I think it's a reasonable request at this point, and I don't know if Ms. Willenbring objects or not, and of course, that's her right, to have it removed. It is, of course, financially burdensome, and given the length of time with no violations, I think he's proven he's not going to go wherever he's not supposed to go. It also, this is important to him, but I imagine it's somewhat of a secondary point from the court's perspective, but it also interferes with his work boots, so it's kind of interfering with his job also.
All right, Ms. Willenbring, do you have a response?
Your Honor, I will leave it in the court's discretion. If Your Honor does decide to remove the tether, I would obviously like there still to be a no contact order and a no go to for the victim in this matter.
All right, thank you. As I review the file here, it appears that it's been longer than 8 months. Maybe I'm incorrect. I see that on July 10th of 2020, there was a bond violation hearing, at which time it appears that Judge Pope at that point continued his bond, but added the GPS tether. So it may have been more like a little over a year that he's been on that GPS tether. Mr. Karzan,
Yes, Your Honor.
you understand that you're not supposed to have any contact,
Absolutely.
this case with Ms. Seward,
I do understand fully.
and there's a no go to. If I remove this, I expect that you'll follow those rules. Do you understand that, sir?
Fully understand.
No go to 1926 Outer Lane and no contact with Tara Seward. All other conditions of the bond remain intact. I will allow that the GPS tether be removed due to the fact that it's been on for approximately 13 months.
I appreciate that, Your Honor. And is that something I'm able to do today?
Yes, you need to give us time to get the order over there, so I'm hopeful you can do it today.
Okay,
I would wait closer to 3:30 before you try to go over.
I'll just wait till tomorrow. It's not that big of a deal. It's fine.
Right.
One more day is not gonna hurt.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'll see you here for sentencing on September the 16th at 10 a.m.
I appreciate you. Thanks. Andrew, can we have a breakout room real quick, please?
I have some other cases that are going to be called. Is it something that we can talk about after court?
Can you just email me, please? My phone won't be on until tomorrow. I just needed to let you know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We'll contact through email till tomorrow. Thanks.
Thank you.
You want to try to see if you can reach out to Mr. Devin Collins, who is no longer present with us. He was present earlier. Mr. Banners.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Yeah, that was unintentionally rude of me. As I am doing that, I heard you, and I am doing.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
I don't know, the other case is dismissed anyway, so. Oh. said he just did it.
No, he.
I'll talk to you later. I'm not sure what you're saying. Well, I tried writing. You didn't let me.
Because you're trying to do it too fast. It's all good. It's all good.
Your Honor, when I called, I got a voicemail, so I did leave an appropriate message, but I'm not sure if he's
All
getting
right,
it.
I'll call the other cases and see what happens.
Thank you.
State of Michigan versus Maria Maxine, case number DIB 0700051008. I think is the case number. But it may not be since this is it. I don't have my sheet. Maxine, Maria Maxine.
Laura
Oh,
Willenberg on
that
the.
would be, I'm sorry, it's Maxine Nails. I can't see the, see, look at this, you can't see.
Barely, I know.
Yeah, it's Maxine Nails. I apologize.
Laura Willenberg on behalf of the people.
All right. This is scheduled for pretrial on today's date for driving while license suspended. It still shows she's suspended. Ms. Willenberg, she is not present.
Your Honor, am I correct that this case is from 2007?
That is correct.
I am just reviewing JIS to see, I see she appeared on March 31st.
She
I have
did.
no, okay. I have no objection to giving her another opportunity to appear. I think the age of this case likely doesn't warrant continuation, but would like her to appear in order to do that.
She also appeared on, I just don't understand what happened here. She appeared on May 11th of 2021 as well. But it
Let's see
appears
that.
she was in front of the magistrate. Then she appeared again. On July 6th. So I'm just not sure as to what's happening here, to be honest. I will do a show cause and schedule this for September the 2nd, 2021 at 9 a.m. On a pretrial. All right, there's someone who is labeled as iPhone who has appeared in the courtroom. Could you please tell us your first and last name?
Devin Collins.
All right, Mr. Collins. State of Michigan versus Devin Collins, case number 18-00265.
Laura Willenberg on behalf of the people.
Andrew Vanis with and on behalf of Mr. Collins.
All right, today's the end time scheduled for a show cause in this matter. It appears that Mr. Collins has made a significant payment today towards his fines and costs in the amount of $600.
Correct.
Thank you so much, Mr. Collins.
Yeah, I would have paid more, but the plant job I got right now, they laying people off because they make Ford trucks, and a lot of Ford trucks not selling right now because of Corona. So our job been laying people off, and I've been laid off for the last week and a half. So I've been just trying to keep money, in rotation. So, and I didn't know what day I had court, but this morning when I saw I had court, I went straight to the court to pay something at least.
I appreciate that, considering last time I saw you in May, you told me you'd have everything you were gonna pay every 2 weeks and you apparently hadn't been doing that. So,
Yeah, my bad. I honestly forgot to do that, but I did keep some money to the side for this.
all right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna bring you back here in another, I'll bring you back here in 3 months and see where we are.
Okay. So if I pay everything off before that, will my license get reinstated?
This is not about your license. This one
It's
is
not.
not to my knowledge. Let me see here. This is operating with the presence of controlled substance. I don't have a copy of your driver's license in front of me. Let me see something. Ms. Johnson or Mr. Heaton, could one of you please send over the driving record on this case? Or just the driving record for Mr. Devin Collins, Collins. I mean, it's possible that this might be the only thing that's holding you up, but I don't think so. I'll take a look at it and let you know. Okay.
Okay, yeah, because I couldn't think of it being anything else, honestly. It's my only case, so.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll send it over, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much. All right, I'll pass it until I get that. Oh, it's coming right now, never mind.
Okay.
You had a couple of things going on here, sir. You do have this ticket, which is one of the ones that's holding you up. You also have another 2017 ticket out of this court
Uh-huh.
that it appears you have failed to pay on also.
Okay. Do you know how much it is?
No, I'd have to look, I'd have to have that looked up. 1 second. So that suspension is, I did not pull up my JIS today. 18S 00353. You also have a matter out of 34th District Court. Oh, no, that one's been reinstated. On that ticket, it's 50. You said 54. You owe a total of $54 on that first ticket, sir.
$54?
Yes.
And okay, I can pay that today. And I gotta go to Secretary of State to do that? Or
No,
do I
you
gotta
can pay that here at the same court you were just at, which must be right down the street.
Yeah, I was just yeah.
It appears that it's just those 2 tickets, from what I can tell.
So $54, and what was the other one?
The one that you're here on right now, you still owe 1,002.
Okay, so that do go in with my license?
Well, yes, because you haven't paid it off. You could pay a reinstatement fee and get your license back.
Yeah, I really want to do that. So I can drive for real again.
It looks like in another ticket, 18S 00265. It shows you still have a restricted license on that. What's that? Oh. Oh. No. Oh, yeah. That's the one you made the payment on today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, you need to pay your reinstatement fee on that one, and you need to pay off that ticket. And then once you pay both of those, you should be able to get your license back. It goes back to the Secretary of State.
Okay, so the $54, and how much would the reinstatement fee be?
I'm sorry, clearance fees. They're $45. Well, no, that includes the 54 includes the clearance fee on that ticket. That includes the whole thing. On this one, you need to pay 1,002 plus an additional $45 for the clearance fee. Okay.
All right. So I do got to pay that 1,004 to get my. So is there a way I could pay like a amount to get a restricted license or no? Like most of my $1,000 off, if I pay that off, could I get like a restricted license, or do I have to pay it all off to just get my license cleared to get it back?
Pay your $45 reinstatement fee
Mm-hmm.
on both tickets. And then you can call the Secretary of State and see what they say. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, actually pay the full 54 on the other one and the 45 on this one. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, this is Assistant Public Defender. So, Your Honor, so it's 99 total. It's 45 clearance fee on the case which we're here today on. That's the clearance fee, which is he still owes money on that one, but the 45 on that case, and then the 45 plus the 9 on the other case. So that would include both clearance fees, sir. If you pay 99 today, you'd get one fully paid off, and you'd be paying both of the clearance fees.
Okay. So
99 total.
Okay. So then I could go to the Secretary of State and see if I can get my stuff back.
Right.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
You're welcome.
I'm all set to go.
Yes, you are, Mr.
All right. Y'all have a good day.
You too. I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Darn it, missed him. Yes, I do need to set a review. December
I can-
2nd, 2021.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. When is that again? I missed it.
December 2nd.
Thank you.
State of Michigan versus Demetrius Curry, 20S00633.
Verbal and bring on behalf of the people.
Andrew Vanis with it on behalf of Mr. Curry, who is present.
Oh, Mr. Curry.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, this matter is scheduled today. It's supposed to be for sentencing, but it appears Mr. Curry did not attend his pre-sentence Zoom interview with the probation department.
Yes, Your Honor, that's my understanding. Go ahead, Mr. Curry, because, and I apologize, I don't know why you weren't present for that. So if you could explain to the judge, I'd appreciate it.
I called probation to set up an appointment, and I left my name and number. I never got a call back. But then I work 10 hours a day, so I'm kind of hard to catch. So I can't say for sure they didn't call back, but I missed the call if they did.
Michigan and West Grand Boulevard.
Hey, driver, somebody walking down the street, I think he's gonna get on the bus. Put his shirt
Mr.
on.
Curry, can you please mute your device? You have someone explaining about people walking down the street and getting on buses, and I can't hear.
I'm on a bus right now.
All right, can you please mute your device?
Yes, ma'am.
What I have here is a note that says that you had your PSI scheduled for July 23rd at 10 a.m. with Ms. Johnson, and then you I'm confused. Can I see probation only in a breakout session, please? Yeah, actually, yes. Mhm. All right. It appears here that there was a email sent to you at your email address, Mr. Curry, indicating that you were supposed to have your PSI interview on July 23rd at 10 a.m. And you did not appear for that time period on July 23rd at 10 a.m. And it was sent to your email address. Is Mr. Curry still here? Yes, he is. Mr. Bannis.
No, I was probably at work.
Well, sir, it is a condition of your bond that you have your PSI interview done. If you don't get your PSI interview done, then you have to go to jail where we can get it done at. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna re-refer you to get that PSI done. There's a $60 re-referral fee.
Mr. Curry, I don't want you to say your email address here because this is being broadcasted live, but do you still have the same email address as before?
Demetrius Curry 522 at
Okay.
He said he didn't want you to say it out.
Oh, I can't hear. I'm on the bus.
He only said part of it, Your Honor. So we all have the same email address form, which is
I'm gonna reschedule this to September 2nd, 2021 at 10 a.m. The $60 fee is assessed.
Requested.
Bond is continued.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'll see you there. State of Michigan versus Dale Brooks, case number 15S00731.
Laura Willenberg on behalf of the people.
Andrew Banis on behalf of Dale Brooks.
Today's date and time scheduled for a pretrial in this matter.
Your Honor, I see some notes from back in December of 2020. I was not on the case at that time, but it appears that Mr. Brooks at least one point wasn't present. I have not been able to, I'm sorry, Ms. Brooks, I haven't been able to reach her. Your Honor, also, I see that we do have a conflict in this case. Now, I didn't file a motion yet, and she's not here. So I will need to file a motion, but in any event, she's not here, and I don't know why.
Ms. Willenberg.
Your Honor, I do see this as an older case, but I do have that Ms. Brooks failed to appear in August 2017, also in December 2020, at which point a $20,000 bond was issued. Given a history of failure to appear, I'm going to request a bench warrant.
Thank you. $20,000 cash or surety bond. She does have a history of failing to appear. State of Michigan versus Dwayne Carter, case number 18 FB 1911.
Laura Willenberg on behalf of the people.
Andrew Banis on behalf of Mr. Carter.
Also on today's date, the 12W202861 OT is scheduled for a show cause. He's not present. That is an expired license ticket.
I did receive the report from your probation department, Your Honor, and unfortunately have not been able to reach my client to review that with him.
Thank you. Ms. Willenberg.
Your Honor, I was just reviewing the report. Obviously, we can't do anything without him here. Sounds like he is not listening to Agent Johnson. I'll leave it in your discretion how you would like to proceed.
He does have 2 outstanding warrants in 2 separate courts. It appears he's not compliant with SOR requirements, with SORA requirements. This is a failure to comply case. I'm going to set bond in this matter at $10,000 cash or surety. State of Michigan versus Jaquel Clark, 21S00033.
Laura Willenberg on behalf of the people.
Andrew Banis on behalf of Jaquel Clark.
Defendant is not present. He was not present at the last hearing either.
I see, Your Honor, that since the last hearing, we did mail out a notice and continue to try to reach my client by email and phone, but have not had luck doing so.
Ms. Willenberg.
Your Honor, he did fail to appear last time. This is a high BAC involving a crash, and I have public safety concerns, so we'll request a bench warrant.
$10,000, 10%. Fine. State of Michigan versus Roger Henderson, case numbers 13S00568, 14S00012, and 18S00039.
Laura Willenberg on behalf of the people.
Andrew Banis on behalf of Mr. Henderson in all three cases. Your Honor, I see that the report, I have not been able to reach Mr. Henderson, although we did try. I see the report shows references some outstanding warrants, but in terms of these cases themselves, it appears to be show cause to pay the balance owed on all three cases. So I don't know why he's not here, and I therefore cannot propose a payment plan.
I will note that the defendant failed to appear back in July 7th for these show causes for failure to pay, and it was scheduled for a failure to appear show cause as well as a failure to pay. Ms. Willenberg.
Your Honor, I do understand this is a show cause for payments. I don't know what his outstanding warrants are for. But given that he failed to appear last time, I will request a bench warrant.
$2,600 cash as surety in case number 18S00039. One second. I'm sorry. In case number 00039, it is $3,000 cash or surety. In 14S00012 is $2,600. Cash or surety. And in case number 13S00568, it's $500 cash or surety. State of Michigan versus Ryan Johnson, 20S00266.
Willenberg on behalf of the people.
Andrew Banis on behalf of Ryan Johnson.
Today's day and time scheduled for a show cause in this matter for failure to pay.
Yes, Your Honor. That does include some restitution also. I have reached out by phone and have not been able to reach my client.
Defendant failed to appear.
Called today also. I'm sorry to correct.
I'm sorry. Defendant failed to appear back on July 7th as well. Ms. Willenberg.
Your Honor, I will leave it in your discretion.
$1,800 cash or surety. This defendant failed to appear and it's not showing up in court. State of Michigan versus Leslie Vaughn, 21S00176.
Or I'm bringing on behalf of the people.
Andrew Vanis on behalf of Leslie Vaughn, Your Honor. Yesterday was the first time that actually we reached out to her. It looks like Mr. Noble left a voicemail and have not heard back from her since then, since yesterday, in order to review the police report.
Ms. Wellenberg.
Your Honor, I do have concerns, given that this was a high BAC in this matter, there was no accident. I will leave it in your discretion.
Defendant failed to appear for arraignment on May 6th. Bench warrant was issued for $5,000 cash assurance. Defendant had to be picked up, came before the court in front of the magistrate on July the 8th and was given a PR bond, has failed to appear again. $5,000 cash assurance. State of Michigan versus Chantel Stokes, 20S00444.
Laura Willenbring on behalf of the people.
Andrew Vanis on behalf of Ms. Stokes.
Today's day and time scheduled for a probation violation. Defendant left transitional housing and revoked her release of information regarding this particular file from the probation department.
Your Honor, I believe I've been involved in this case from when she took the plea agreement, and so I am familiar with Ms. Stokes. Unfortunately, after trying to reach out to her for the past 2 days, and I don't know if she's receiving our emails or voicemails, but I certainly was hoping she could appear today, but I haven't been able to reach her.
Ms. Willenbring.
Your Honor, I do have concerns given that she left transitional housing and revoked her release of information. I'm not sure if she might be in custody early. I know that it mentions that she is supposed to begin jail time in her Adjournment case on August 10th. I just have concerns about Ms. Stokes in general. I will leave it in your discretion, Your Honor.
Ms. Stokes has left transitional housing and revoked her release of information. Back in March, there were bond allegations of her trying to run over her husband. The court is very concerned about this case. It is it was pled down to a domestic violence. To a disorderly conduct. I'll set bond in this case at $5,000 cash assurance. State of Michigan versus Corey Weaver, 20S00603.
Laura Willenbring on behalf of the people.
Andrew Vanis on behalf of Corey Weaver. Your Honor, sorry, long day. I've reached out to my client and called again today during court, but unfortunately have not been able to connect.
All right, today's day and time scheduled for a pretrial in this matter. Ms. Willenbring.
Yes, Your Honor. I don't have any information that he has failed to appear in the past. But I do have concerns given that this was an accident and allegations that Mr. Weaver walked away from the scene. So given those safety concerns, I'm going to request a bench warrant in this case.
Thank you. The defendant failed to appear for arraignment on November the 24th of 2020, January 12th of 2021, and it appears also December the 4th of 2020. A bench warrant was issued. Defendant was picked up and in custody on July 8th and was told to appear back here on August 5th. The defendant has failed to appear. Given that, along with the safety concerns from the prosecutor, bench warrant to issue in this case. This is an operating while intoxicated case, so bond in this case will be set at $7,500, 10%. As far as I know, that is the docket for today.
He's not here.
Did he just get a bench warrant?
He did.
All right, then we need to figure out what's going on. All right, Mr. Dwayne Carter is trying to communicate with the court, indicating that he's been waiting for 2.5 hours to get in, but he is not in our Zoom. So I'm not sure where Mr. Carter is. Did he just call?
Yeah.
Do you have your client, Mr. Is this your client, Mr. Dwayne Carter?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Do you have his contact info? Because he's claiming he's been somewhere waiting to get in the Zoom. We have no one in our waiting room and haven't had anyone in our waiting room for a very long time. So if you can reach out to him to give him the correct Zoom info.
Let's see. I called during the docket and I got subscriber not in service. So let me see what else. But yes, I'm trying to reach him. Your Honor.
All right, Miss Ball is going to send you the phone number that he called the court from.
Thank you. I was able to speak with Mr. Carter, Your Honor. He's been in Magistrate Nelson's waiting room, and he must have been confused about which Zoom link to use. I'm in the process of sending him the Zoom link. If we have time for that, I'm doing that right now.
Hello? Hello?
The court will recall the case of the state of Michigan versus Dwayne Carter, 18 FB 1911 FY.
Laura Willenberg on behalf of the people.
Andrew Van Niswithen on behalf of Mr. Carter. Your Honor, thank you for allowing Mr. Carter to appear. I know it's late in the day, but may I have a very brief breakout room with him to review the probation report?
Yes, you may.
So, Mr. Carter, you and I are going into a private room, okay? I'll see you there.
Hello, Your Honor.
The court will recall the case of the state of Michigan versus Dwayne Carter, 18 FB 1911.
Barbara Lindbergh on behalf of the people.
Andrew Vanis with it on behalf of Mr. Carter. Your Honor, thank you for that opportunity to review the report. And that was very helpful to me. I got some, I think, important clarification on Mr. Carter's view towards probation and doing what he's supposed to do. First of all, he is not requesting a hearing. He is going to admit that he's not in compliance as the first step.
All right, thank you. Mr. Carter, you understand that you're here on a violation of probation today. You have a right to have a hearing on this matter. You can waive that hearing and admit to the violation. If you admit to the violation or you're found guilty of the violation, you could be subjected to the original maximum penalty in this case. Do you understand that, sir?
I do.
You wish to waive the hearing today and admit to the violation?
I do.
All right, please raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, thank you. All right, the violation indicates that you failed to report as directed, failed to pay fines and costs, failed to get into compliance with your SORA duties, and failed to provide proof of community service completion. Do you acknowledge that you are in violation of those conditions, sir?
I do.
All right, thank you. All right, as the sentence, Mr. Banis.
Your Honor, I do ask that you follow the recommendation, and certainly Mr. Carter, I think, will probably speak with you too. He is, the home he's in right now, he's doing well. He has a great place. I think he has only one more payment and he'll be owning that home. I believe after I spoke with him, I believe he does know how long he still needs to be in compliance with SORA, the SORA. And he's wants to do everything he's supposed to do and have this done and over with. Mr. Carter, he wants to do what he's supposed to do so he can move on is really what I meant. Mr. Carter, did you want to say anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. I have been on this SOR for almost 25 years. I've walked it all the way down. I have 2 more years left. I've had one slip up since I've been on here, and that was the 1 year I did not register. That's all. But the other 22 years everything's done, everything's been taken care of. I've had one slip up in 20 some odd years. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm here today. I've been waiting today to get this done and taken over with so I can move on with my life. Like my attorney said, I have one more payment to go and I will own my home. So I haven't been sitting down doing anything these last year or whatever. So, because this case I really totally forgot all about because I've been going to register and getting everything taken care of. Only thing that I owe is I owe them $200 for the registry, and that is all. And I will definitely be in compliance then.
All right. What's going on with these other warrants? The one out of the 34th District Court?
The one in Romulus, I put in a protest to because I completed that one. I completed that probation. I did all the community service and everything. The one in Wayne, they don't have anything arrest warrant out for me. They just want me to pay the $600.
Well, maybe what they don't have is a pickup order out for you, but they have a warrant.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, they don't have a pickup order out for me, but they do have the warrant out, and there's nothing they can do. They won't rescind it or anything until the whole $600 is paid. The lady told me I could start paying $100 a month until I get it paid off.
Okay. What is this about? It's still showing that he's non-compliant with the SORA.
That's the $200 that I was speaking of.
That's the 200. That's why you're non-compliant. Okay. When are you gonna pay that, Mr. Carter?
I can pay it today. Actually, I can take some money out of my house payment and I can go pay it today if I need to.
Well, I don't want you to jeopardize your home that you almost owe. So, but I want you to pay that. You know, as I read this report, the thing that was most concerning for me was your attitude about it all, and that it was Give me one moment.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
that it was, you know, over 2 years old and you didn't have time for this. So, you know, the problem is you were missing for a long time. So that's why it's over 2 years old.
Now, can I say something?
Yes.
When I came in and I initially signed this up, I was supposed to have another initial meeting with the lady from probation because their paperwork was all wrong. They had me down for missing years of not registering when it was only just one. So I was supposed to have another interview with her and it never happened. That's why nothing never got done.
No, you got sentenced, sir.
I got sentenced and everything, but I never, with the probation lady, it never went anywhere. Because I was supposed to come back to her office and have a meeting. She had me down for missing 3 years of registration and that never happened.
All right, well, this is what our file shows here. Back on February 14th of 2009. Well, first of all, let me go backwards a little bit, just to make sure we're on the same page. It appears that this originally started out at the circuit court level. And then it was a plea. Plea hearing was held and it was reduced. Or you pled to only the count to the attempt to make it a misdemeanor. So the felony was dropped. And then you came before Judge Pope back on February 14th of 2019. It was at that time that you were sentenced to the 9 months on the probation with the $475 in fines and costs and probation oversight fees. And then on February 14th, that was about the last time we saw you. So then a bench warrant was issued on July the 23rd.
No, I have went to register and it never came up numerous times since then. And
Well, we can't fix what the police department decides to do with the bench warrant. We can only issue the bench warrant. So this bench warrant was issued on July the 23rd. So that's why we haven't seen you. They didn't pick you up. They didn't follow up on it, but it's been out there since July 23rd.
No one, when I went to go down to the state police to register, no one ever said anything about the warrant until I went to go apply for a job. When I went to go apply for a job, they couldn't give me the job because I had this warrant out for my arrest.
Yeah, well.
This is why I'm here now.
Right. It's been out there for a long time. That's the point I'm making.
Okay.
So you got sentenced and then nothing happened after that and the warrant got issued. So, is it your intent to do what you need to do with respect to this case?
I don't have any choice if I want to get this behind me.
You have a choice. You might not like the consequences of that choice, but you have a choice. So
it's no choice, it's no option. I have to do what I have to do. I mean, whatever you say goes at this point. So I'm gonna have to go along with whatever you say. So whatever you say, I'm down for because I need to get this behind me. I have 2 more years of this left and then I don't have to worry about it anymore.
right, I'm gonna reinstate your probation, sir.
Okay, thank you.
And there is an additional 10 hours of community service that you need to do.
Okay.
As to the drug testing, I'm gonna have you test because that's part of your probation that was sentenced by Judge Pope. If he's clean, then he doesn't have to continue testing, but you do need to test within 24 hours.
Your Honor, I believe he lives in Detroit. Does he have to come down to community corrections for that?
I believe there are places in Detroit that can happen at. Ms. Johnson, will you work with him to figure out a place where he can test? I believe we have an on-site in Detroit. Is that correct?
I can work with him on finding the location, Your Honor.
All right, sir. Do we need a review on this one, Ms. Johnson, or are we all set?
We're all set, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, you're all set, Mr. Carter?
All right, thank you. So
Thank
do I
you.
call probation now?
Yes, you need to call Ms. Johnson and speak with her so that she can help you to figure out how to navigate the rest of this, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. I think we're all set now.
I think so.
Long day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.